Yo, what's going on, guys? Snooze Man back here with another YouTube video, and today we're actually talking about how often should running backs be subbed out here in Madden 21 franchise mode. Now, I'm going to be covering this in the My Coach tab in Auto Subs. I did do a video back prior talking about what sliders we should have these at for auto subs on offense and defense, but specifically we're talking about how often should your running backs be subbed out for other running backs. And so we're going to heavily talk about the halfback sub in and halfback sub out here. And as you guys can see for the halfback sub in and to the right here, change the frequency of running backs being substituted in during the game, and halfback sub out, change the frequency of running backs being substituted out during the game. So as we back out of this, I'm going to show you guys just a glimpse of what my team is looking like for the running back position. Now I'm going to change this because I want David Montgomery to actually be here, and I actually don't even want Cordero to be one of my starting two running backs. I want it to be David Montgomery and Tariq Cohen. So we have our 1 and 2 running backs we want. Make sure you guys have that set up, and then we're going to go back and do auto subs. So really, this is asking how often, now my starting running back is now David Montgomery, how often do we want David Montgomery to be subbed out? Well, that's completely up to you, and that's completely up to the running backs you have and the design of the scheme. So you're going to have to look in scheming and stuff like that. So now I have a two running back system. I'm not really going to lean on Cordero at all. So David Montgomery and Tariq Cohen are somebody that I'm going to lean more so on David Montgomery for the power game, and somebody like Tariq Cohen for the passing game. Well, that's going to have to depend on how you want. So are you more of a passer? Are you more of a runner? Are you kind of in the middle? So that's completely up to you, but I want to back out and show you guys something because this is huge and this depends on a lot of our decisions here. So we're going to go into schemes and stuff like that here, and we're going to look at how this fits our running backs, our halfbacks. So we're going with a West Coast spread here. And we're going with the archetype of receiving back. So this is more so, now David Montgomery is a great receiving back. So he's a multi-dimensional running back. Tariq Cohen more so as a receiving back. So this doesn't fit really too bad. Two of the four really being Tariq Cohen, David Montgomery here. It's going to fit them pretty decent. Now we can move this around. Elusive back could help. It's completely up to you guys. I'm going to keep it at as a receiving back, just because you could go about this and you could change it, but I don't really mind receiving backs for me right now. Make sure you guys are going through this though. I'm gonna go back to this, and receiving back seems to be decent, so I kind of want to substitute him out a little bit. So in order to do that, we want David Montgomery to be substituted out. So we're going to have to change the likelihood of this. So halfback sub-in is at 80, which again, you are changing the frequency of running backs being substituted in. So someone like Tariq Cohen being substituted in, and David Montgomery substituted out. So someone like Tariq Cohen, we want to sub in a little bit more. We could set this up to 85. It's completely up to you. I don't really exactly mind this setting, but we could change the frequency of Montgomery and guys like that, and we could do this and change this all the way up to even 70. Now it was at 60, but now we changed the frequency up by 10, and we're going to have these guys changing out a lot to create a one running back, two running back power punch that you can run. Now, if you wanted just to go, like, let's say you have a Derrick Henry type of running back, now we can kick this down all the way to even 50, and then we can even knock this halfback sub in all the way down to really nothing. And yes, his fatigue is going to be not great, but again, someone like Derrick Henry, he's an absolute monster. He'd be fine. But in my scheme with receiving backs and the way I like to run things, and I love to throw to my running backs, I'm going to boost this all the way up to something like 70 because I'd love Again, 2 running backs coming at you. I feel like the halfback sub-in could even go up to an 85. I'm just going to keep it there for now. I feel like those are decent numbers. So again, these guys are going to be changing in and out pretty frequently, and I love that about my thing. Now, I'm going to go ahead and hit options to save it. Make sure you guys are doing that. And that's pretty much it, guys. It's completely up to really scheming how you like to run things. If you're primarily just a 1 running back guy, keep your halfback sub in and sub out pretty low. Now, if you're someone that likes to change through 2 different running backs like me, through a receiving back system, then you can go through a 1 running back, 2 running back power and stuff like that through the receiving game, running game, all that type of good stuff. And you can use them as a versatile asset, and you can bump up these sub in, sub out sliders. And that's effectively how we can use this to the best of our ability. And that's really how often we can change these guys out depending on scheming and what type of running backs you guys have in your guys' roster. Both of you guys have a better understanding of this. That will be it for today's video. But before that, we are trying to hit 320 subs, guys. I believe we're at 304, so we're only 16 subs out. So hopefully we can get there in the nearby future. But again, guys, that will be it for today's video. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next one.